Hi, good morning. It's good to be with you. We're in Psalm 21 as part of our Bible reading plan. If you've not read it yet, you can press pause, read it, come back, and we'll dig in together. I really hope that you guys are digging into the Psalms right now as a part of the 5. And I know for me, it's been really encouraging and really helpful to give me words to some of the things we're experiencing around us. And it's been it's been an interesting time to see like God give us ways to express emotion and grief and sorrow and happiness and joy and peace, even from people who lived thousands of years ago. And so I hope it's encouraging you and that you're learning and you're growing from it. Again, this morning we're in Psalm 21. So what stood out to me was from verses 6 and 7 today. So here's verse 6. It says, "You make him most blessed forever. You make him joyful with gladness in your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the loving kindness of the Most High, he will not be shaken." So you know from your reading that this is a Psalm of David, a psalm of praise for deliverance, right? And so you know in the verses prior to verse 6, you see David giving God thanks for all of the blessings that he's received. So he's going to say, you've given us strength, you've given us salvation, you've given us a crown of gold, you've given him the desires of his heart, you've given him life, length of days forever and ever, you've given him salvation and splendor and majesty even. So what I thought was interesting about verse 6 in light of all those verses was that he's going to take a second, he's going to say that God himself makes David joyful. That it's God himself that gives David gladness in his presence. And so I thought it was really neat how David's going to say all these things that God's given me are wonderful. I praise him for them. I delight in them. They are wonderful gifts of God. And then he's also going to say, but God himself, even apart from these gifts, God himself gives me gladness and joy. His presence gives me joy and gladness. So I thought that was really great. I think that we can recount and we can think about the wonderful things that God has done on our behalf, the redemption and restoration that we have with him through the gospel even. Those things are absolutely worth praising God and worshiping him for, praise for deliverance, right, from sin and death. But I wanted to take a second today, and I felt like the Spirit was helping me take a second today as I read this to stop and say, even apart from the works that God has done on my behalf, God himself is my joy. God himself is my source of life. God himself is a source of joy for me, even if the things are crumbling around me or even if they're wonderful. God is still my source of joy and strength and peace and hope. So anyway, I'd love to hear what you all picked out from the psalm this morning. You can comment below and let us chat back and forth about it, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.